Welcome back to this episode of BeamNG Roadkill Projects. And I swear, that's only 5 headlights. Alright, everybody. We're back here on BeamNG Projects. And I've been hiding something for about a good 2 months now. Because, the next drag car has been in the works, and you're looking at it right here. So, as many of you may know, the fastest car in the fleet right now is the OG Barstow, which is at, like, it could go 650s reliably, I would say. And it's too fast for any drag strip in the game right now. There is not a long enough return road with a prepped surface in BeamNG right now for a car to be going 650s without locking up the brakes and everything like that, which I don't want to do that. Or catapult it off a cliff or something like that. But, yeah, the track in Texas could definitely probably slow it down with the sandbox, but you don't necessarily want to go into the sand every single time. So it was about time that I outgrew that car pretty much. It's still a fast as hell car, and I could tune on it and probably make it better and launch straight. But I would consider that thing done, and it's dialed if it can do 650s. So it was time to move on. And I have been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this build for a while now, and that is I want to do a bracket car that can go 850s with a big tire in the back. So kind of like Street Car Pro Mod, and this is what we got. So I recently discovered a new website, which you may have seen some of this hinted in the last projects, called Revolution Racecraft 2, or Too Fast Racing.com. And they make BeamNG mods and specifically drag racing mods. They also make some cool car models. That's why I kind of talked about potentially the Hellcat maybe getting taken up by them since that was abandoned. But who knows? It wasn't my choice that that mod got taken down or leaked, so yeah. So this right here is a 572 cubic inch big block with a massive 109 millimeter turbo on the front. So not only when I was going for an 850 car, I didn't want to go supercharged because we've done supercharged a lot. I wanted to go turbo. I also wanted to go single turbo. And Mio's 454 is nice and everything. I enjoy Mio's 454 extensively. But yeah, so the old motor that was in the Dominator went into the Rotson, which is the episode that you're going to see the week of when I'm recording this, and it got this beautiful engine, and I'm already going to guess that this thing is going to be faster than 850, so probably like an 850 to an 8.0 bracket car is what this is going to become. We have to finish it up today, but pretty much, I don't know how much power this thing makes. As you can see, it, I think that's the yeah, it's the alternator. I think it's a, no, it's not an electric, yeah, it's not an electric fuel pump, cool. And no power steering, but race car. But, yeah. So the changes that we have made to the Dominator is now it is a 4-speed automatic drag transmission. It has a Mio's drag axle in the back. And it's really all that's been changed. I gotta put the front end back together. And we're going to go test this car today because hopefully at the end of this season, this thing is going to be taking a pretty sizable road trip. So I not only want to set this up to be kind of a pro mod, but I also want this thing to kind of be you know, like a street car. So I'm going to have a street set up for this with some big meats in the back. And it's going to get a tow hitch, it's going to get a parachute, it's going to get the whole 9 yards. This is basically the next up-and-coming drag car. I kind of promised myself that I was going to do 4 crazy builds this year, and, well, this is number 2. The Hellcat being number 1. There's another one that I've been hiding for a couple months now as well, but I'm making changes to it at the last minute because I'm not happy with the setup. And you'll be seeing that soon, probably in a couple episodes, because I'm not ready to really work on that thing yet. And there's other things we need to do in prep for this winter. So there's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of cars returning and a lot of cars getting worked on. But that's loud. Yeah, it's a loud car. I don't want to romp on it too hard, though, because it has no cooling system in it, but there's going to be some pretty unique things on this car. So let's get to work here. Start to make my way through, and I think, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get away without putting a bumper on this car for a parachute, which is fine. I'm okay with that. The shift slide kind of pointless at this point. We're not going to worry about the parachute or anything yet. I just want to get the car in running and driving order and maybe put the front tires on it. There's a lot I got to redo in this because I haven't touched this car in, I think, over a year at this point. But most of it's already stripped out. It's got a roll cage in it already. It's pretty much ready to go. Ah, yes, radiator support, and it's getting... Never had this fuel system before. Meth. It is going to be meth injected because turbocharger is right there. It goes through the radiator, so meth. That's what this thing is going to be run by. It's got heavy-duty suspension in the front. I'm going to do the same thing in the back. Might have to... Oh. I'm going to have to turn that down for this. It is a little loud. Okay, fuel tank. I can put the racing fuel cell in it. It is going full drag car. Hood, we're not putting that on yet. Roll cage, where are the fenders? Here we go. Right fender is what needs that. Okay, so left fender can just be plain with the strut brace, because it's going to need it. Oh, I'm going to have to cut the fenders again. This needs the cut fender for the bullhorn. Yeah. But I gotta cut these. No inner fender. That's weight at this point. And you may think to yourself, what? Oh, no, put that back on. I guess the cut ones don't come with inner fenders. Good. So, you may wonder why I put the motor in this car, because there are a few options. I think you can put it in the Blue Buck, and you can also put this in the Burnside. I chose the Barstow because I know how to tune it. I'm familiar with the chassis and everything, and I know I'll be able to make this thing go fast at a relatively quick and easy tunable rate. If I ever do trash the body of this car, which is highly possible, the engine would probably end up in either the old Burnside, or it would go in maybe the Blue Buck Beater, which is the lowrider with the diesel, because it no longer has the diesel. So, yeah, not sure about that one. Gonna have to find out. As of for rear shocks, drag, pro drag. Oh, race limited slip. Let's get a 283. I think we're gonna leave that gear in it for now. Pro drag drive shaft. Ooh, I can put disc brakes on the back? They clip through though. There we go. Oh, there's still drums. Oh, because they're drums. And semi races. I'm going to change the fronts to semis as well, I think, just so then it stops squealing. Oh. Well, guess it's going to keep squealing. Okay. Oh, and the hood. Let's put the hood on and we're taking it for a test drive. There we go. Alright. Let's see how drivable it is. Ooh, those brakes, they're locking up pretty good. Wow, the converter's really weird in this. Oh, why are the brakes locking up? That's not good. It actually rides out of the hole pretty well. This thing's gonna wheelie though. It's gonna get a wheelie bar, I feel like. Alright, well, this thing is going to the strip tomorrow, and I'm gonna make I'm gonna get the trailer hitch on it. I'm gonna get the parachute on it, which I unfortunately think it's gonna have to get a chrome bumper in the back. But yeah, the Dominator lives again with a big block. So we'll be at the drag strip tomorrow, seeing how fast this thing is off the bat, because it's probably going to be way too fast. And it's probably not going to ride up on the converter, and it's probably not going to build enough boost quick enough on the line, and it's going to do many things wrong. So we'll be back. Okay, so goals for today: find out the horsepower, because I'm actually curious to how much this makes. I'm already going to assume that it's in the thousands, but get it down the strip safely So get it to launch, get it to get up on the converter, which we're about to test, and let's see if we can get it to stay at a consistent 8.0 with maybe 15 pounds of boost, because I think right now it only makes 12. So let's test the converter though. Let's turn that on. Put it in drive. This, I did put a different converter in the transmission last minute. It's the CJD converter, which should maybe loosen it up a little bit more so the car can get up on stall quicker. It does. Should probably be upping the rev limiter though before we really go ahead with this. Actually, let's get it off the truck. Let's see if we can roll it off. Also, drag car problems. The wheelie bar keeps it from getting on the truck at times. Let's raise the rev limit because it's really, really low. Oh, I think I know the issue. So turn this down to like 5 seconds. Will this update it? Guess it will. Okay. Let's try that again. I wanted to get up there so then it can kind of do the cool two-steppy stuff, but I guess I am going to have to give it a little more boost. So we're only at 12 PSI. I'll give it 15. So maybe 20 we can run 8.0s, and then 15 we can run 8.50s, hopefully. It's getting up to 4,000 RPM, but it's like just enough to hold it there. We'll see how it does. Let's do a test pass. Then we'll figure out the horsepower. It's probably gonna wheelie, that's why I put the wheelie bar on it, so then we can save the car, hopefully. Oh yeah, burnout time. It does good burnouts. Get it up on the line. And we'll just do this. That raises it, I think, yeah, 3,900, okay. Go. Rear brakes are already not happy. But, yeah, what the fuck was that? That was a solid test pass. Don't know how fast that was, because... Oh. Damn. Yeah, that was a solid test pass. I didn't even see it at what speed it topped at. I might have to look that back. Wow. I didn't expect this thing to go dead nuts straight off the bat. I didn't expect any of that. Alright, so that was 15 pounds of boost, and it launched straight. I'm shocked. Let's see the power numbers. Ooh, you can see how much boost we actually built to if we wanted to. Let's see. Torque curve. Wow, that is actually a 1200 horsepower. 1250 pretty much. I'm pretty genuinely shocked at that. Yeah. That was fucking fast. Okay. I guess it's time to get a number. A lot of turbo lag, though. Not surprised by that, though, because it's a really, really big turbo. But that's okay. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Drain some fuel out of it. Then let's try to get a number. I don't know what it's going to race, though. We'll see what I can do. Alright, the only benchmark vehicle that I could think of using is, of course, the good old daily driver, which is the Road Sport. Can't believe I still have that car, honestly. But let's do a Burnout. I played with the converter a little bit, so hopefully it builds boost a little quicker. We're about to see that. Active, and we're going to put this back up to 4,000. Trans brake, brake. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, it's not building boost though. Uh-oh. This might not go well. Yeah, this might not go well. Converter might be too loose now. Just did an 840 and 164, but it needs to build a way more boost off the line to get a really good hit. So this could technically go 8. Technically. Back to tuning. Oh boy, turn that back on. Oh boy. Okay, this is going to be good. This is going to be a really good race. I got it at like 6 to 7 pounds off the line. Should be enough to get it at an 8.0, and I'd say that this thing is perfect. It's a bracket car, motherfuckers. It's running 850s, and just with a slight converter change, it can probably go a lot faster. But that's perfect. 8.0, 850.03. It's a perfect bracket car. I'd love to get 8.500. Love to do that. In a perfect world, that's what you want to do with a bracket car. But yeah, that's great. And the converter's at like a pretty stable point to where I would be okay to just throw more boost at it to make it go quicker. I mean, the real test is how terrible this thing's gonna tow with that loose of a converter and all that weight. But we're gonna find that out a couple months from now, so this thing will probably sit for a while. I'll forget how terrible it is, throw a trailer on the back of it and start driving and street tune it along the way. that's probably what will end up happening. Alright, let's see how good of a light I can cut now. We'll do one more pass. Alright, let's see. So I guess, to show what I'm doing here, at least accurately, pretty much to simulate drag racing how I do it in this game. To get the two-step to be like that, because normal two-step, you know, you just hold the brake. You don't build boost. But in order to do that, with an auto car, you can't do this with a manual, unfortunately. I let the converter and the transmission build the boost. Alright. So we gotta cut a really good light here. And there's your 8.0. Oh, brakes don't like that. So I would say this car... Oh boy. Is pretty much where I want it to be. It's a really powerful motor for, you know, 8.5's, because I'm pretty sure that this motor would definitely be able to run way more boost and keep taking it and taking it, probably run into the 5's. And maybe when I max out the Mio's engine, if we ever get a longer quarter mile runoff in this game, you know, we'll push the Mio's engine as far as it could possibly go, and then this thing can take over. But yeah, this thing is at its peak. This is as fast as it's going to be for now, because I don't want it to get too fast. But there you go, everybody. The new and improved Dominator, the new bracket car, the new drag car. I honestly expected a lot more tuning, but this thing is literally a nail. It goes straight. There you go. Thought this would have been a lot more agony, or I would have blew up the motor at this point, or gotten really frustrated with the converter, but it all went well. So hopefully you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.